Roll out the red carpet and get out your acceptance speech.
Because we've got your Backstage Pass to Hollywood. Backstage Pass starts now.
Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Backstage Pass, where we give you the insider scoop on everything entertainment. I'm Ryan Wall.
And I'm Callie Corson. We've got a juicy show for you, but before we delve into the gossip, let's take a look at what movies topped the box office this past week.
Landing at the number 5 spot is Hostiles with a gross profit of $5.5 million. The Greatest Showman kept place with the top 5 with $7.8 million in profit. Winchester was just above over $9 million. Maze Runner, The Death Runner, came in at second place with over $10 million. And the top movie of the weekend was Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle with $11 million.
So, Jumanji's still taking
I know,
it.
Jumanji's still going crazy. I mean, I don't really think that that's much of a surprise because there weren't any like really big, heavy movies this weekend.
No, and I feel like it's a great time with like weather-wise, like to take the children to the movies and stuff. And I love The Rock.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think the other thing that you have to consider is movies like play into the fact that it's Super Bowl weekend, and you know we're the first show on LaSalle TV to break the fact that the Eagles won.
Have won the Super Bowl.
So
they beat the Patriots finally.
So I think that that's another thing that TV or movie executives definitely like.
Yeah, there's definitely no time for movies when it's Super Bowl weekend. Let's see the movies coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Cute, cuddly, and full of adventures, Paddington is everyone's favorite bear, and he's finding a whole new world in London in the upcoming movie Paddington 2. He begins by looking for the perfect present for his aunt's 100th birthday, so he picks up some odd jobs to make some money to purchase it. When someone steals the beloved pop-up book that Paddington wanted to buy, he's framed for the crime. He seeks to clear his name and still finds the book for his aunt. Quickly, he finds himself wrapped up in a battle with this semi-famous, mostly washed-up celebrity, Phoenix Buchanan, played by Hugh Grant. Paddington has been a lovable character for decades, and his return to the big screen is not a surprise for fans. You can follow along in his adventure and bring the whole family with you. Check out the trailer for Paddington 2.
This next movie shows that heroes are found all around us each and every day. The 1517 Train to Paris details a real-life terrorist attack that happened on a train in France and how 3 Americans bravely stepped up to fight the attack. The film details the extensive training that the 3 Americans went through in the military system and how the values of strength, planning, and level-headed actions can impact a situation. Directed by Clint Eastwood, the 3 main characters are Spencer Stone, Anthony Sadler, and Alex Skarlatos. These men were invited to portray themselves in the movie, definitely giving the film an intense feeling of realness and opening up the conversations on PTSD and other effects of witnessing a terrorist attack. Take a look at this trailer for the 1517 Train to Paris.
Marvel continues to build the mega Marvel universe with its next film, Black Panther. When we last left Black Panther, he had disappeared from the Avengers and went into hiding with Captain America. Now, we will see the world that he protects and the country that he is working to control after the death of his father, the king. The highly anticipated movie stars Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, with other stars including Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, Danai Gurira. Many reviewers are praising the film for its largely African-American cast, saying that it will have a great cultural impact for its audience members of all races, showing more than Marvel's usual Caucasian actors. This will be the 18th film in the Marvel franchise and is looking to be the best one in the franchise. Stay tuned for future episodes of Backstage Pass to see how it performs at the box office and if it lives up to the hype. Here's the trailer for Black Panther. So, Black Panther, I think that it's so cool that like there are a lot of celebrities who are starting to buy out theaters, so that way
Yes.
kids like in certain communities who are like of color or who aren't necessarily represented as much on screen will have the opportunity to see that.
I think that's awesome. That's so cool, and it's just so nice that other celebrities are like taking charge and actually taking the initiative to like help others see like this like cool new film.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that we talk about like in our classes the importance of media representation, and I think that the fact that there are people who recognize that is amazing. So let's start off with a more emotional topic first. Mark Salling, formerly known as Puck from Glee, has committed suicide at age 35. He was found hanging near a baseball field in Los Angeles. Mark was just charged with multiple counts of child pornography and was having a hard time dealing with the consequences while awaiting his sentencing. His former cast members publicly made a statement expressing their sympathy for the incident, but also let fans know that they did not support his past actions. They missed the cast member they grew to know during their time filming Glee.
For the fans of the Housewives of Orange County, this news will make you either very sad or very happy. Megan Emmons of Housewives Orange County has decided it's her time to leave the show to become a real housewife. Megan is currently pregnant with twins and ready to focus her time on the babies and her husband. The 33-year-old did say she will miss Shannon Bedore and Tamara Judge, but she knew it was her time to leave after the season 12 reunion. We are wondering who will be the next blonde bombshell to join the crew.
Reba McEntire will be the first female celebrity to play Colonel Sanders in a slew of new KFC commercials. The country star follows celebrities Rob Lowe, Norm Macdonald, and Jim Gaffigan, who have all served as the Colonel. However, McEntire adds her own country flair to the role through her costume, which is fun, fringe, and sparkles. You should be on the lookout for the new Colonel starring in KFC commercials now.
Now let's take a trip back down memory lane with this exciting news. Minnie Mouse has finally received a Hollywood star just 40 years after Mickey. The CEO of Walt Disney and Katy Perry held a ceremony to honor their famous character. Katy Perry wore a super cute red polka dot dress to match Minnie. Minnie Mouse's star makes the 2,627th star. This is the 90th anniversary since Minnie's entertainment debut. What a great way to celebrate.
So another thing that we can celebrate that happened just yesterday was the birth of Kylie Jenner's child.
Oh my gosh, the big secret that we all knew actually was true.
Yeah, so I just think, and we're going to talk more about this next week once we have some chance to get more details and report on it.
And maybe we get some names.
Yes, but I think that it's amazing that Kris Jenner was able to drop that news in the middle of the Super Bowl when it wouldn't get as much attention.
Exactly.
What a momager.
Right? She's so great with her publicity. I really don't know how she does it.
Yeah. So speaking of baby news, singer John Legend and his wife Chrissy Teigen have announced that they are having a baby boy. Just after attending the Grammys back in January, Chrissy announced that she was expecting the baby boy on her Instagram page with a photo and the caption, "Mama and her baby boy." The supermodel is already a mom of one, Luna, but is already super excited to welcome a new addition to the family sometime in April.
Gucci, Versace, Armani, oh my. Grammys 2018 was full of fabulous fashion and more. Bold makeup was a huge hit this year for all of the stars on the red carpet. Hailey Steinfeld rocked some bright purple knee-high boots to match her bold music. Chrissy Teigen flaunted her baby bump in a disco-inspired silver Yanya Couture gown. The gown was full of shine and a high slit up the center. As a cosmetologist, I can totally fangirl over Katie Holmes and her finger waves. The vintage look was done very tastefully and paired well with her Zac Posen frock. On the other hand, Kelly Clarkson's Christian Sirinon kind of looked like last year's prom dress. To end on a good note, Camila Cabello looked stunning in her tight red dress with a statement clutch. The rhinestone disco ball clutch was for sure one of the best shown on the carpet.
So obviously, the Grammys predictably had a lot of star power performances. Bruno Mars and Cardi B took to the stage, as did Lady Gaga, Pink, Kendrick Lamar, Bono, Patti LuPone, Elton John, Miley Cyrus, Sam Smith, DJ Khaled, and Rihanna. Kesha also took to the stage with an all-star ensemble of Camila Cabello, Cyndi Lauper, Julia Michaels, Andra Day, and Bebe Rexha to perform a moving rendition of Praying. There was also some controversy over who wasn't performing. According to reports, Lorde, the sole female nominated for Album of the Year, was not asked to perform content from her album. Rather, she was offered a spot to commemorate the death of Tom Petty. Lorde allegedly turned down the offer in protest. This is especially embarrassing given the small number of women who have taken home the big prize historically. However, the female celebrities made it loud and clear that the time might be up for the long run of male dominance in the industry.
The 60th Annual Grammy Awards were held on Sunday, obviously, January 28th in Madison Square Garden. Music's biggest night drew in the smallest crowd in years, a 24% drop from last year. Some speculate that it was due to the show's early timing due to the Winter Olympics. Others say it's indicative of a recording academy that is losing touch with everyday people. Similar to the Academy Awards in recent years, regardless, the James Corden-hosted event was a huge night for Bruno Mars, who had a historic sweeping winning album record and Song of the Year. Mars' wins was met with both cheers and commendation, as some felt that more deserving singers should have been recognized. Mars ultimately took home 6 awards and Kendrick Lamar won 5. There were several upsets, as usual. Jay-Z was nominated for an award but took home 0. And up the corner, SZA didn't win any either despite being nominated 5 times. Ed Sheeran took home Best Pop Album, which many fans believe rightfully belonged to Kesha, following her triumphant return to the industry.
So, okay, I have a lot of opinions about Kesha, but basically I think that she wrote something that was like very meaning and personal to her, and is a lot, and it's very timely, especially with everything that's going on. And I don't think that it was fair that Ed Sheeran, while he is very talented and deserved a lot, I don't think that he necessarily should have won that.
I can 100% agree with that. I do think Ed Sheeran is great, but Kesha just really took a lot of time, like you said, and grew a lot of balls to be able to do that.
Yeah. So we now have an exclusive interview with correspondent Caitlin Pages on a special event that happened a few weeks ago. Here's your inside scoop. Hey everybody, so I'm joined today by Caitlin Pages, and she had an exciting thing happen to her in the last few weeks. So welcome to Backstage Pass, Caitlin.
Thank you for having me, and I would like to correct you and say that we had an exciting thing happen to us. But yeah, so before the break, before our fun little winter break, a tweet that we put together kind of meticulously, like this was all thought through, was retweeted, liked, or favorited, and quote tweeted by Reese Witherspoon.
I know. So for those of you who want some background about this, Caitlin and I posted this tweet. Well, Caitlin really posted the tweet, and it really grew exponentially from there. So why don't you walk us through some of the things that happened before, like
the steps leading up to it? Okay, yeah, not a problem. So just on Instagram one day, very normally, like a normal thing to do, and I had noticed that one of my favorite celebrities, Mindy Kaling, had posted on her Instagram story wreath Witherspoons, which are Christmas wreaths or holiday wreaths with pictures of Reese Witherspoon all over them. So I immediately screenshotted it or direct messaged it to you because I knew you would love the pun and appreciate the art behind that. And we said, we're doing this. That was our words, like, quote, we're doing this. So, you know, the semester got a little busy, but went home for the Thanksgiving holiday. I went to the dollar store, picked up cheap wreaths, $1. You printed out some wonderful Reese photos, and we just put it together actually in this building, in the communication lounge. We just threw some hot glue on them and made them as nice as we could, and we were like, let's take a photo and see if we'll get noticed. And it's like the rest is history.
Yeah, so what was your initial thought behind like crafting the tweet? Because you had a very clever caption for the photo.
Yeah, so I figured in order to really get noticed by America's sweetheart, we would have to compose something that was like clever and meaningful in some way. So I wanted to tie in the fact that we're college students, because that's like, I don't know, it's an interesting time in someone's life. So like you could tie in the fact that like we're very busy, it was finals week, high tension, but not for me because I was just chilling. So I wanted that to be a part of it. And the fact that like everyone that saw what we were doing were like, "Are you serious? Like you're making Reese Witherspoons?" So I wanted that to be tied in. So I used, like I kind of changed around a quote from Legally Blonde, which is one of Reese's
classics.
Yeah, and we're on a first name basis. So Reese, one of Reese's most popular movies. And yeah, I basically said just like, oh, like avoiding finals week studying and homework by making Reese Witherspoons. And then I said, finals week, what? Like it's hard. And I guess she thought it was funny because she put 3 cry laughing emojis. And I actually didn't follow her on Twitter before this. I'm really sorry, but I didn't. And it took a little time.
Yeah.
So for those of you who really want to get like a trending tweet or to get noticed by a celebrity, like they have lives, they have children and family, like give it some time. I think it was like a little under 24 hours when I got like the notification that Reese had seen it or Miss Witherspoon had seen it and noticed. And I lost it. Like I think a lot of the time like I was on the ground, just like, what?
And yeah, so how did you feel?
I was overwhelmed. I didn't think it was true because, of course, celebrities, they have a lot of like fan accounts. Like fans make accounts and say like, oh, like at the real Reese Witherspoon, but it's not.
It's true.
So I saw that at Reese Witherspoon had like favorited it, retweeted it, and then a few moments later like had actually posted it on her page. And I looked, and the first thing I did was to see if it had the blue check mark, and then I showed you, and I was like, is this actually her? Like, can you confirm? And it was confirmed, and yeah.
Yeah, so to add a little bit more information to that, we
Yeah.
were at work.
Yeah.
And the whole office went wild. It was
Yeah.
great.
LaSalle University undergraduate admissions, just like the lid flew off of that place.
And then LaSalle got involved, which was cool.
That was
Mindy
exciting.
Kaling liked it. So,
Yeah, it was
So-
life-altering.
yes.
So now back to the real world, I guess.
I know. We have very famous people walking among us. So, thank you so much, Caitlin.
Thanks for
I appreciate
having
you.
me, and thanks for helping me out with those wreaths.
Love you, Reese.
Love
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Okay, so that was so cool. I can't even imagine how you feel.
Oh no, it was incredible, and like I'm so excited that that happened to me. So now I have a fun fact. But that does it. Now that we filled you in with all of the latest news and gossip in Hollywood and LaSalle, Jerry Tripodi is going to give you a rundown of this year's Super Bowl performance. Go Birds!
Super Bowl 52 was great, and so was its music. First off, Pink performed an excellent rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. She hit all the notes so well that it gave me chills. Justin Timberlake was this year's halftime show performer, and boy oh boy did he perform. He started out by singing to a special crowd underground with a display of laser lights, and then made his way up to the stairs that led to the main stage. Here he performed Rock Your Body, but this time there was no Janet Jackson. Other hits he sang were Sexy Back, My Love, Cry Me a River, Suit and Tie, and Mirror. However, his tribute to Prince was what really stood out to me the most. Purple Lights filled the stadium of the late pop star's hometown as Justin covered the legendary hit, I Would Die For You. A video was shown on the big screen of Prince from back in the day, and it made the two appear to be singing together. Justin then closes by running up the stands and mingling with the crowd. If you haven't seen the halftime show or the national anthem, I recommend you check out both online because they were well done. Most importantly, I want to congratulate the Eagles on their first Super Bowl win. Well, that's my pick for this week. My name is Jaren Tripodi, and I will see you next time.
Thanks so much, Jerry. We are so proud of our Eagles and happy to call Philly our city.
Well, that does it for this episode of Backstage Pass. We hope you had as much fun watching it as we did producing it.
If you have any questions or comments about the show, visit our super awesome website, lasalle.edu/LaSalleTV. On the website, you can find the schedule and more information about the shows themselves. You can email us at lasalletv@lasalle.edu.
And don't forget to follow us on social media. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/LaSalleTV. You can also find us on Twitter at LaSalleTVPhilly or BP_LaSalle. We love to continue the discussion after the show, so don't hesitate to tweet us. For Backstage Pass, I'm Ryan Wall.
And I'm Callie Corson. On behalf of myself and the entire Backstage Pass team, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.